How effective were kamikaze attacks? Have you ever wondered how effective kamikaze attacks really were during World War II? These daring missions by Japanese pilots involved crashing their planes into enemy ships. The goal was to inflict maximum damage on Allied naval forces. Surprisingly, these suicide attacks proved to be more effective than traditional air assaults of that time. Kamikaze pilots had hit rates ranging from 19 to 30%, while conventional bombing runs had much lower success rates, often between 1.4 and 2%. For instance, in the early months of kamikaze operations, around 350 kamikaze planes managed to score 121 hits. That is a remarkable success rate of over 30% compared to just 23 hits from regular attacks. In terms of damage, kamikaze strikes sank approximately 30 to 57 Allied ships and damaged hundreds more. Over nearly 3,000 kamikaze sorties from late 1940 to 1945, around 500 ships sustained damage, with about 60 ships sunk. These attacks resulted in roughly 10,000 Allied casualties, including both deaths and injuries. The Battle of Okinawa was particularly devastating, with 26 ships sunk and 225 damaged due to kamikaze strikes, leading to thousands of American sailors being killed or wounded. Kamikaze pilots primarily targeted smaller vessels, such as destroyers, which made up about 86% of their targets during the Battle of Okinawa. However, they also managed to damage larger ships, including aircraft carriers, battleships, and cruisers. Some of these larger vessels were put out of action for the remainder of the war. When we think about high-risk professions, kamikaze pilots stand out as one of the most extreme examples. Their missions were one-way trips with no chance of survival. This profession is quite different from other high-risk jobs like logging, deep-sea fishing, or storm chasing, where there is still a possibility of coming back home. Kamikaze pilots took on a grim role defined by self-sacrifice, aiming to inflict maximum damage on a more powerful enemy. In summary, kamikaze attacks were highly effective in damaging Allied naval forces compared to traditional air assaults. They caused significant losses and influenced Allied strategic decisions. The effectiveness of these attacks lay not only in the physical damage they caused but also in the psychological impact on Allied commanders, who had to consider the threat of massive suicide attacks in any planned invasion of Japan.